The Wittenberg Tigers are back at home as they get set to take on the Yeomen of Oberlin College. Hi, everybody. Alongside the coach, Jim Scobie, Scott Leo with you this evening from Pam Evans Smith Arena. We're glad you're tuned in wherever you may be on a Monday night, a rare Monday night showdown between these teams. And Coach Scobie for Wittenberg coming off of a loss against Mount St. Joe's after finishing second, runner-up in the Wittenberg Holiday Tournament. For Matt Crosey's squad, they're undermanned tonight, but hoping to put together a good 40 minutes and get another conference win. They're currently 2-1 in the league.
Yeah, and this is a situation, Scott, where the young guys have got to come together with the older players and really develop that chemistry that I know Coach Crosey's been trying to develop. So it's going to be fun to watch as some younger guys get to play tonight and see how the red and white will play against an Oberlin team that actually has had a little bit of success. Both teams come in 4-6, but this is an Oberlin team that went over to play Wabash and beat them on their home floor, a place where Wittenberg earlier in the year lost. So it'd be a lot of fun to see how this one plays out.
And so for the Tigers, it's Josh Tolliver, Ridge Young, Bryce Hill, Levi Betcher, and Daniel Asher. And the Wittenberg Tigers win the opening tip. This is the same five that the Tigers started against Mount St. Joe's a few days back, just before the first of the year. That was a 63-59 loss for Wittenberg. And this is Daniel Asher, who gets the scoring started for the home team. For Oberlin, it's Darian Knowles, Wolf Mosier, with Yuki Okumbo, and then Dimitri Radusinovich, and Georgi Tostovich is the fifth starter for Oberlin. The Yeomen are wearing the maroon or burgundy traveling road jerseys with the gold, almost an orange trim, letters and numbers. Wittenberg in the home whites with red numerals and letters. And Oberlin with the basketball for their first possession of the game. They'll throw it down low, and this is Tostovich who will score going up with the right hand at the rim.
Yeah, what Oberlin's going to try to do, Scott, they're going to spread out like a 5-out, no-in. They will use a post player that will kind of screen back on some players. But what hurt them in that possession, Wittenberg gave up a rebound that they should have had, which gave them an extra chance. And you cannot give a team like Oberlin extra chances, especially in a game here at home. Wittenberg's going to have to really toughen up defensively.
Three ball from the wing is no good. In and out from Radusinovich. And so it's Wittenberg with a rebound. Against Mount St. Joe's, Levi Betcher played 38 minutes, only scored 6 points. Josh Tolliver was the team's leading scorer with 17. 10 points for Bryce Hill in that game. And Oberlin will throw it away. That pass was intended for Radusinovich, but he was never turned to see it. Tostovich with the turnover.
You mentioned Josh Tolliver, the freshman for Wittenberg. What you love about his game is he gives you that 100% effort every game. He has always got his nose on the ball. He plays aggressively on defense. He always gets to the basket. He's making plays all over the place. And that's a guy Matt Crosey's going to depend on a lot today.
Well, the guys that are being placed in the we depend on you category are changing quite a bit for this Wittenberg squad. And, without the likes of Landon Martin, Rashad Ali Shakir, and James Johnson, it's a different look, a different lineup. And so you look to a guy like Tolliver, who's still trying to get his feet wet at the college level, and you say, hey, you might have to carry us on certain nights and for certain stretches. Here's Tolliver in the corner, and he's going to shoot the three and hit it. Josh Tolliver, we knew had a chance to be a really special player here, but he is really getting an opportunity early.
He really is, and he's a guy that can attack the basket with his great skills. He can dish, he can drop dimes, but he has that ability to step out on the three, and you saw it right there. Got his feet underneath him and knocked down the three, and that's when he starts making threes. Look out.
Radusinovich with the missed three, and then for the Tigers, Ridge Young's unable to answer. Tigers with their new uniforms with the thick red bars down the sides, and then the steps, if you will, up the sides of the jerseys in that bright red. The bucket here will make it a 1-point game as the Yeomen answer back. Okumbo with the made shot.
Yeah, Kubo, he is a freshman out of Los Angeles, California, Crossroads High School. And I had talked to one of the Wittenberg coaches about him. He's a pretty good player. Another three by Wittenberg.
Yeah, it's Levi Betcher. Now, I talked about Betcher's minutes the other night because the dynamic has changed so much on this Wittenberg team that Levi Betcher is going to have to be a minute's workhorse. The guy played 38 minutes the other night. That was a career high. Here's a made three from Tostovic, and we're back to a 1-point difference.
Yeah, with Betcher, he plays a 3-4 type player, and they're going to depend upon him to get some rebounds. That's an area that Wittenberg is really kind of having to develop the inside game, but he's going to be dependent on not only to score, but also rebound for the Wittenberg Tigers.
And so Wittenberg with a 1-point lead, shot clock at 3. Bryce Hill has it stripped away, taken away by Wolf Mosier, and Oberlin has a chance to grab its first lead of the game. In the corner, the triple won't fall for Tostovic.
Just shows you Oberlin's willingness to shoot the three. Their big man stepped backwards out on the side and took the three. I mean, even their big people aren't afraid to take shots.
Bryce Hill leaves it for Betcher. Betcher's pass gets tipped and then taken away. Tried to lob it in over top of the tall defender. Tostovic with the steal, and with exactly 15 minutes left in this first half, it's a Wittenberg 1-point lead, and the Tigers will get it back. So Wittenberg beat Juniata in the semifinals of the Wittenberg Holiday Classic just before Christmas, but they lost in the championship to Albion 76-63. And so Wittenberg's just 4-6 overall. There's a spin, little stumble, and a bucket. Jeff Queen stays with it. Queen had a really good freshman year last year in the shortened season, and it's good to see him try to pick up where he left off.
Yeah, they got the mismatch. He was able to, when he came on the spin, they set a great screen for him. When he came around, he had the big man on him, and his quickness took over. He got to the glass and finished. A nice kiss off the glass for an easy two. Wittenberg now leads 10-7.
Pull-up jumper from the free throw line is good. That one rattles around and goes down for the Oberlin shooter, Suspiroglu. Here's an answer for the Tigers. That's going to be Tolliver again. So Wittenberg leads 13-9, and Tolliver has a bulk of the scoring.
Yeah, and Tolliver hits another one from that same deep corner, and he's feeling it right now.
Oh, no. There's an offensive rebound, a ball that nobody jumped in front of, and they left it for Wolf Mosier, and he'll be fouled on the stick back.
And that's a play that Croce, the head coach for Wittenberg, just goes crazy, because you do everything, everybody boxed out, but nobody went and got the ball. And that's the other thing that when you work on rebounding, you do a great job of boxing, but someone's got to go after the ball. That time it bounced right into the Oberlin's hands, and they went up for the easy shot. And, of course, they go to the line. They make the first of two. This has got to be, Scotty, this has got to be the all-name team. I've never seen so many hard names for a team. Go through some of these names.
Well, you got Okumbo. You have Radosinovic. You have Tostovic.
You got Snipes Rhea.
Yep. You also, what's another one we were talking about? Oh, Suspiroglu.
Yeah, did you get Recklinghausen?
Recklinghausen.
Radosinovic.
Yep.
Odasevic? Dorde Odasevic?
Busquet.
Oh, my gosh.
Will
that's true.
Busquets, a freshman from New York.
Lieber is another three from deep.
That's going to be good. Yeah, Jeff Queen.
Both
couple
guys,
of early
Queen,
threes for Queen, the sophomore from Cincinnati
Queen
LaSalle.
and Tolliver both got threes. How about that?
Like to see that. Tigers by 5 at 16-11. 13:07 left to play in the half. And we've got an illegal screen against Oberlin. We're going the other way.
Yeah, Trey Killens just came into the game for Wittenberg and trying to fight through the pick. He got fouled. So, you know what I do like, though, Scott, is the ability right now of Croce to get a lot of players in. Guys that normally wouldn't play are going to get great experience.
The illegal screen was on a guy we missed for the all-name team, and that's Marcus von Recklinghausen.
That's too much.
On the drive, we've got a blocking foul. Yes, blocking foul.
I think it was a blocking foul. Well, I think it was a blocking foul because he was inside the perimeter.
Yep.
And that's what cost him. But it's funny. It's funny over the years, Scott, you and I have been doing games for a long time, but Oberlin always has guys from like California, out of the country. I mean, they're really recruit from all over.
Yeah, I mean, on this Oberlin roster, and this is top to bottom, they only have 2 players from Ohio.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at, they do mostly L.A., but they have Pennsylvania. They've got
16 of the 18 guys on their roster are from out of state.
Yeah, Georgia. They got a Connecticut, but they got places like New Zealand, Germany, Montenegro. Yeah, pretty amazing.
18-11. Wittenberg the lead after the made free throws.
Tigers doing a real good job, man-to-man defense, but also switching around the perimeter. This is what they like. This is what Tigers are getting them down to inside 5.
Trying to back his man down.
Tough shot.
Yeah, von Recklinghausen with the miss. Rebound Wittenberg. 3-ball. Betcher. No, it's short. Rebounded by Oliver. We've played almost 8 minutes. Wittenberg the early lead. Tigers are 6 of 9 from the field, 4 of 5 from three-point range. So they've shot it well so far. Oberlin just 4 of 10. 1 of 3 from behind the arc. Here's a turnover. Tolliver's going to get it first.
Nice.
And finish with just one bounce. He dribbled on the pickup, and that was all he needed to get to the rack. That is a tremendous athletic play and a great hustle play. Good effort from Josh Tolliver.
And again, you have to say a lot about the defense of Wittenberg. They're getting in passing lanes. They're causing a lot of difficulties, and Oberlin's thrown the ball away a couple times. That time, again, tremendous defense by the Tigers, and then Josh Tolliver showed you why he is considered one of the top newcomers in the NCAC. He now has 8 points on the day. Tigers lead 20-11.
Really good start here for the Tigers. They have forced already a half dozen Oberlin turnovers, which have led to 9 Wittenberg points. Rebounding is 5-4 favoring Oberlin, but that's because they have a couple of offensive boards from their own misses.
Tigers have done a really good job, Scott, at the 3 line. Tolliver has 2 threes. Queen has 1. Betcher has 1. They've shot it pretty well. Tolliver with 8 points, Queen with 5, Betcher 3, Killens 2, and Asher 2.
$11:27 to go in the half. Trying to go baseline, but unable to get a look there was Sokumbo, and this miss from Knowles is rebounded by Wittenberg. Trey Killens. They'll throw it in for Trey Johnson back to the bucket. Kicks it out to Queen. Queen will drive it to the rack and get fouled. Jeff Queen will shoot 2. He was fouled by von Recklinghausen.
Yeah, he saw the ability to get into the lane, and when he saw the water starting to go away, he just went right down through the middle, got to the basket, and got fouled. This Wittenberg team is playing with a lot of juice tonight, playing together and playing with some energy.
This was supposed to be a doubleheader. The women's team was scheduled to play the second game against Denison, but because of COVID protocols, that game was postponed. It was supposed to be Wittenberg-Denison, and Wittenberg supposed to play on the women's side against Allegheny on Sunday. The COVID issues, I'm told, were in the Denison program, not the Tiger program, so we'll see. And then this Wittenberg men's team gets the Allegheny men coming here on Wednesday for a 5 o'clock game.
How about that? And that's a trip. That's the one that really is a long trip, coming from there or going there. And this will be the last time they'll play this year.
This is it. They're leaving the conference. Turnaround, fall away, no good. Offensive rebound is missed by Okumbo.
Take that charge.
On the drive, there's a miss and a foul. Trying to follow it was Tostovich. It'll be a Wittenberg foul. It'll be team foul number 2 against the home team. This one goes on Betcher. And both of those Wittenberg fouls have been on Levi, so it's his second.
Yeah, head coach Matt Crosey for the Tigers, again, a little upset, not able to get those extra rebounds. And anytime you give Oberlin chances on the glass, they can hurt you. And miss free throw there. But one thing I've noticed, and Scott, you've done more games than I this year, but the last time I watched the Tigers play, they gave up way too many layups, just wide open. Nobody contesting, just going to the glass. I've noticed in this game, now they've given some shots up, but they haven't given up layups, and that's really important. This team has looked so much better in this first half with that defensive prowess of not letting people get to the glass.
1 out of 2 on that trip to the line to make it a 10-point game, 22-12. Here's Asher backing down. Feeds to the cutter and a foul call. That's a nice cut there by Trey Johnson to get into the lane. And so he'll shoot 2.
How about Asher, his ability to see the floor, the big fella able to catch it, and then have great vision around the basket to give it up for a chance for a layup. And again, Johnson will go to the line with a chance to make a couple here.
Free throw good.
Checking for Oberlin, number 33, Anastasas Spiroglu.
Anastasas Spiroglu is into the game. Second free throw misses. 23-12. We've played 10 minutes in this one. Little fall away, or I should say leaner in. No good.
Another offensive rebound. Frustrating.
Well, this is a Tigers team that, with the 3 seniors that are not suiting up, they were scoring more early in the season, but they were giving up more.
Yeah.
And then you look at the last couple games, 63-59, for example, against Mount St. Joe's the other night.
I'll take that. I'll take that, again, defensively.
And that's what I'm wondering, if we're going to start seeing those type of games where right now Wittenberg's held Oberlin to 12, make it 14 points, but we've played almost 11 minutes. So, if you could start holding teams in the 50s and 60s like they were doing just a couple years ago on a great NCAA tournament run. They made it to the Sweet 16, and then COVID hit, and the tournament was canceled, keeping the Tigers from seeing exactly how far they could go that year. But defensively, they were really clamping teams down, and they still had scorers, obviously shooters, and they could win a shootout if they needed to. But defensively, that was one of the things you talked about earlier in the season. You needed to see this team get better.
Absolutely, and they've done that. Shooting today, just to give you an example, the reason why Wittenberg's ahead, Oberlin is shooting 5 of 17 for only 29%, 1 of 5 from the 3.
Here's Tolliver, can't finish it.
And Wittenberg is shooting 7 of 11, 4 of 5 from the 3. So, I mean, that's huge. So they have to be smart with the basketball. Good transition play.
Young tried to force the issue to Tolliver.
That's 2 in a row for him.
Yep. Stolen away by Leo Tilson, or I should say by Spiroglu. And then a 3 in the corner is good by Wolf Mosier. And that's enough for Matt Crosey to call a Wittenberg timeout.
What hurts on defense, and really as a team, is when you give up the ball, you allow a turnover, and they come down and get a 3. And that can really manufacture a lot of points. Oberlin on a nice little run now. They've closed it to 23-17. They're only down 6. So, again, Wittenberg has got to regroup. Again, a young team. Matt Crosey trying to get them to control themselves, especially with the ball. You can't have turnovers.
So 23-17, the Wittenberg lead. 8 points for Josh Tolliver, 7 for Jeff Queen. And then it's 3 for Betcher, 2 for Killens, 2 for Asher, and a free throw for Trey Johnson. Wolf Mosier has 5 points to lead the way for Oberlin. Also with 5 is Georgi Tostovich.
Wittenberg's got to get some points out of their big people. The bigs are important, and you're starting to see Oberlin. Their big guys are starting to add up some points. So again, rebounding and getting the ball in the paint and scoring on the inside is going to be critical for Wittenberg.
Wolf Mosier is the co-leader for Oberlin with 3 rebounds. They've got a few offensive boards, the Yeomen do so far. Okumbo has 3 of them. Out of bounds, it'll stay with the Tigers.
Got a break there. Now there will still only be 6 on the clock, so that doesn't change. So Wittenberg's got to be aware of 6 seconds left on the offensive clock. Got to get it in, get it quick shot.
Looked like for a second there, Killen stumbled, but now
nice.
he gets the drive.
Nice.
He goes right to the bucket. How about that? Shot clock was running down. He attacks the glass and gets an easy one.
Beautiful play.
Wittenberg by 8.
Again, Oberlin in kind of a spread, 4 out, 1 in. Got to watch a lot of backdoor cuts and just attacking the glass like that, and then they'll kick it on the attack.
Yeah, that was Aiden Oliver with the missed 3, but another offensive rebound. And this 3 is too strong from Tostovich.
And this bigger lineup for Oberlin is really starting to bother Wittenberg. Just their prowess inside, their ability to rebound, and then force a smaller Wittenberg team to kind of tap. That time they tapped it away and it went out of bounds. Big mismatch down low.
This is a Wittenberg team that's lacking some interior post play, some size for sure. A foul is called here on Trey Johnson.
And again, that's one of those youthful plays that you play hard, you try to make a play, but never foul a jump shooter, especially in the 3 line. That's just an easy chance for 3 shots. So Oberlin gets a chance to do that.
So first free throw is good. 25-18, 7-17 showing on the first half clock. Second toss off the back of the rim, no.
Got to get that
Trying
rebound.
to grab it there was Killens, and he had it pulled up over his shoulder. We're going to get a tie-up.
Croce is upset enough that he wants 2 guys to go in and try to muscle
one of those deals where both coaches were upset. Croce saying, let them play. We won the battle for the ball. Give us the ball. And for Oberlin, Isaiah Cavaco saying that should be a foul, not a jump ball. So neither guy was happy.
Cavacos, I believe, was a former player at Oberlin. I'm almost certain. I remember the last couple of years looking at his stats. I'm not sure, but there was something about him. He played somewhere that was important. Maybe Harvard.
It's a big made 3 right there to make it a 4-point game. Yeah, Cavaco, 17 seasons now at Oberlin. Actually played his college ball at Yale.
Yale. I knew it was something like an Ivy team.
6:36 to go until half, and all of a sudden Oberlin has a chance to make this a 1-possession game. Little step back there. And on the drive, finishing with the left hand is Knowles. After we saw Spiroglu pass up the mid-range jumper, and they end up with a layup out of that possession. Timeout Wittenberg. It's a 2-point game now, 25-23. Oberlin has the momentum.
And what's interesting about Oberlin, they've made a couple threes there, if you remember this last stretch. And what that does is that forces a team to come out and have to guard a little bit. And when they do that, they'll attack the basket one-on-one, get the easy layup, which they did. It's kind of like in football, we talk about it, Scott, where the running game will help the passing game. It's the same thing. When you make shots from the outside, it gives you the ability, especially when you're in a spread offense, to be able to attack the basket. So that's what Oberlin's doing, and they start out really cold. They're starting to warm up.
So 25-23, Wittenberg by 2, 6:24 left in the half.
The thing that is really overwhelming right now, a stat that'll jump out at you, and that's the rebounding. They're being out-rebounded 14-7 right now.
When's the last time you saw a Wittenberg team against an Oberlin team, or anybody for that matter, get
Incredibly
doubled up in rebounding in the first half?
Very rare. It's unusual, and usually it will come back to haunt you, and that's where they're at right now.
So it's Wittenberg ball. Out of the timeout. On the drive, we're going to get a foul call. Tolliver trying to force the issue. And the foul was on Tostovich. So that is team foul 5 against Oberlin. Wittenberg's been called for 3. Trey Johnson back to the bucket. Starts to back his man down. Some contact there, no whistle on the blocked shot. Oberlin ball. Three ball at the top. Almost banked in. It was flung up there with some velocity from Spiroglou. Tolliver, he'll take it and score. Josh Tolliver.
Do you see that physicality, how quick he is getting to the basket? He's just, he was a running back in high school football, and you see his ability on the basketball court. He can absolutely turn up the speed. He went to third gear just like that and scored easily.
There's a 3 ball off the dribble.
Oberlin's warming up now. They're starting to hit the 3.
Anastasis Spiroglou makes this a 1-point game. Fumbling it away, it's a turnover. That was Jeff Queen.
Wittenberg now with 7 turnovers compared to 5 for Oberlin.
.445 left to play until the break. Scott Leo, the coach, Jim Scobie with you. It's Monday night NCAC action. Tigers and Yeoman meeting for the first time this year. That's a turnover for Oberlin.
We talk about Wittenberg on offense, and here's kind of a startling statistic. We already mentioned how they're getting beaten on the boards, but Wittenberg right now, Scott, has no offensive rebounds in this game. That's shocking.
Very undersized, this Tigers team right now. Here's a 3 for the lead. Too strong. Betcher the rebound. That's a guy that's going to have to rebound more.
He is, and he's going to have to take over the offense a little bit too. Somebody's got to start scoring inside and give these guards a little bit of a break. He can take it. He needs to be physical.
Betcher. Right into the paint, banks it in. Nice. Right over top the outstretched arms of Spiroglou, and it's a 3-point lead for the home team.
Great step back, walk into the lane, and got his body over top of the defender and banked it in. But the physicality of that was just really good, and that we need to see more of that on the Tigers offense.
trying to back down on Tolliver. Big time size advantage here for Tostovich. But Tolliver manning up against him there and really playing physical. And now we'll get a lefty three from Knowles over Tolliver to tie the game. Timeout Oberlin. Isaiah Cavaco will stop the action here in a 29-29 tie after Wittenberg led by as many as 11 earlier.
Yeah, and that shot by Knowles, again, he's a senior out of St. Edward's High School in Amherst, and he stepped back and let it fly and hit nothing but net. I mean, what a good play for him. And Oberlin's now back in it, tied it up with 3:23 to go here in the first half. Wittenberg 29, Oberlin 29.
Just such an unusual situation. Coach's decision without three seniors that are leaders on this team normally. And Tigers went to Cincinnati and dropped a close one to Mount St. Joe's, trying to win a conference game here tonight. The reality is that the goals for this Tigers team are all still very much out there. They were the preseason favorite in the conference. They were preseason 22 in the nation. But what matters is that this team can win games like this at home in the conference and give themselves a chance in February to play for the league title.
And, you know, I talked to the coaches, and they really felt like the team was starting to click, that the chemistry was really starting to get together. I mean, they were really, in the last week or so, they really were starting to play at a higher level. Their defense was better, and then in this game, you know, the seniors have had to sit out, but again, there's some good things on the rise, so Wittenberg has to feel good about that. Queen
at the line here. Yeah, he got fouled, a little pump fake, got the defender airborne, drew a little contact. First toss is good.
Queen, a sophomore out of Cincinnati LaSalle. Again, one of those Cincinnati teams that always has great players. We mentioned Tolliver, a Springfield Wildcat right here from his hometown, playing for the Tigers. And
Trey Johnson is in for Levi Betcher, coach. The second toss from the line is good. 2-point lead Wittenberg as we go under 3 minutes left in the half.
And Trey Johnson, one of those really good players out of Centerville. Last year they won the state championship for Coach Cups. And so he's getting to play here at Wittenberg. Boy, they are not afraid to shoot the three, nope. Are they?
Rebounds tracked down by Johnson. Off the screen. Joe Martin getting into the lane, and there's the whistle.
He did a nice job, Joe Martin, a sophomore out of Carmel, Indiana, and he absolutely saw an opening and took it and got the foul, go to the line and shoot two.
Joe Martin at the line for 2 shots.
Wittenberg on the night 7 of 8 from the free throw line.
8 of 9 now.
Taking for Oberlin, number 33, Anastasis Spiro.
Still amazing to me, Scott, of all the years we've done games, and there's only 2 minutes left in this half, and we don't have an offensive rebound. Just amazes me. I don't know if I've ever seen that.
Second toss from Martin is good. Now, in the Tigers' defense, they have shot it well.
They have.
10 of 16 from the floor. So that's only 6 misses to get an offensive board.
That's true. That's true.
But, yeah, I don't know that I've ever seen a Wittenberg team without an offensive board in the entire first half, and we're 2 minutes away from that. Lead back to 4 here for the Tigers after we were tied
down
at 29.
5.
Missing on the right-handed runner there to the paint was Okumbo. Tigers the other way. Queen out to Martin. Throws it in for Johnson, posting his man up. Tries to get square to the basket. Now gets in the lane.
Nice
drew the
move.
contact. Missed the shot. Foul is called on Knowles.
Good head fake. Got into the lane. Got the foul. He'll go to the lane and shoot to the line and shoot 2.
Trey Johnson at the line for 2 shots.
1 out of 2. It is a 5-0 Wittenberg run.
Tigers, as you said, Scott, are 2-1 in the league. They've got 1 loss against Wabash. This Oberlin team is 2-3. So a loss to Wittenberg would put them at 2-4. That'd put them way behind the 8 ball.
Turnaround no good with the left hand. Trying to float it there, falling away was Knowles. So remember, Isaiah Cavaco scored a timeout after they tied the game at 29. Since then, Tigers are getting to the line at one end. Oberlin's missing at the other, and a great feed there. Trey Johnson has some good cuts to the basket. That's the second time he's been able to dart into the lane and get the ball back.
Again, great give and go, the ability to see the cutter and to lay it down, and what a nice dime for the basket. Tigers look good right now on offense.
It is a 7-0 run. In the corner, Knowles. Short with the lefty 3. Rebound, Trey Johnson. Great way to finish the half. If the Tigers can pour it on a little bit here, they will. Tolliver lays it in. 9 straight for the home team.
Boy, Tolliver is just so athletic. I mean, he just caught that on the run and laid it in, going full out. What a great play.
Tolliver's already made a couple of hustle plays in this game and has tremendous balance and obviously great quickness. 5 seconds left in the half. Another 3 attempt for Knowles. That one's in and out. He's frustrated.
Here
comes a half quarter from Tolliver, and he'll miss it, and that's how we get to the locker rooms after 20 minutes of play here in Springfield. So Wittenberg scores the last 9 points of the half to break a 29-29 tie. At the intermission, it's Wittenberg 38 and Oberlin 29. Oliver trying to guard him.
You know, and the thing about Tolliver, what's great is that he doesn't back down, but just the length is so hard. And that's something coming in this game that Wittenberg was really worried about, was the length. Now the inside players are starting to bother Witt. Tigers getting a lot of foul calls inside here in the first 10 minutes here of the second half.
Team foul 4 against Wittenberg. That's Queens first. 55-43, Wittenberg by a dozen here on their home court. It's a guarded 3. Mosher can't score.
Nice rebound.
By the way, right now, Wittenberg's playing much better defense than they've played most of the season.
And I think they've only given up really one uncontested layup, Scott, the whole game, which
Martin
is unheard of.
to Betcher.
One time. Nope. The
Had the
three
look
is
he
not
wanted.
going down as well this half. I think it's 5 of 9 now. So we, at one point, I think we're 4 of 6. So we missed three here. Is that right? Does that make sense? It does not make sense. We made a couple, I guess, in this second half.
Makes enough sense, Coach.
Yeah, I think one.
Yeah.
We were 4 of 6. I think we're 5 of 10 right now.
That sounds right. Mosher
Again-
scores high off the glass
Again,
there.
Oberlin going to the glass. Again, on an easy basket, going to the lane. Now they drop into a 2-3. Oberlin going to allow Wittenberg to take some shots.
Martin
Nice
feeds it
pass.
across the lane.
fake.
Trey Johnson will score. How about that pass right between
Beautiful.
two defenders?
Beautiful. Good ball movement. Took the ball down on the lane, was able to get people in the air and got an easy basket. Again, mismatch down low.
In the corner, here comes the 3 ball that's airballed by Von Recklinghausen, and then over the back, the foul on Tostovich.
Foul number 44, Georgie Kostanovich. Pittsburgh, team 4th.
Team foul 4 against Oberlin, so each team's been called for 4.
Tigers against that 2-3, and Betcher fumbles it, turnover Wittenberg.
Yeah, Tigers have turned it over 9 times, which you hate to see, but they forced 10 from Oberlin. Oh, just enough out of the fingertips on that left hand of Tostovich.
Again, it's been cut to 10 now. Again, 57-47. Tigers need to just keep moving the ball, getting good shots like that.
Levi
The free throw
Betcher.
line. Just good ball movement. They saw Betcher come open there. The free throw line extended. Your big man has to make that shot. That's a shot Betcher is very, very good at.
Little head fake, drive,
Stay down.
spin.
Stay on your
Nice
feet.
defense by Trey Johnson.
Yep.
Stays upright, doesn't get caught reaching. Oh,
Can
he
you
got
give
beat
that
there,
up?
though. That's a good take.
That is a great take.
Spiroglu.
Another turnover. This is not good.
Foul on Betcher. Well, we complimented him just a bit too soon as the Tigers get a little sloppy these last time.
Well, that's what
couple
happens.
times.
Young players that don't have the experience as other guys, but the one thing you love is the effort is there. They're playing hard.
Playing hard and leading by 10. Here comes Harrison Goff back in the game.
Now, Harrison Goff's a guy the last couple of years played a lot for the Tigers.
6'8". I mean, they would really like to see him play well enough to stay on the floor more because he does have size. Foul called. This is on Johnson. Trey Johnson has sort of moved into that role a little bit now. He's only a freshman. He's a 6'8", athletic, big. Johnson from Centerville High School, where, of course, the Elks won the state championship last year.
Brooke Cups, again, a local high school player at Graham and then coached there, and then went on to go to Centerville, and he's won a state title. They've got maybe one of the best teams in the state this year.
Boy,
Thinking about
you'd be hard-pressed to find somebody better.
right, thinking about a double-double, getting another championship, and their chances are really good.
Here's Johnson, kicks it back baseline for Martin, who scores. That one's off the side of the iron. Rebound Johnson. 61-51 Tigers. 8:42 left to play. Queen to Goff, feed to Johnson. So Wittenberg goes big here with both Goff and Johnson in the game at the same time. And this might be something we see some more of going forward. Two guys on opposite ends of the spectrum with their careers. Goff, the senior, Johnson, the freshman, but gives you a chance to go a little bigger. Tolliver in the corner, passed up the three and drives it. It's a really good decision by Josh Tolliver. You got a 10-point lead. The defender comes out to overplay.
Smart.
Instead of settling for the three,
right.
Go get the easy one.
Such a smart kid, and we talk about him as a freshman. He's got 18 already, and I think you said he was the leading scorer the other night.
Yep.
With, what, 17? So he's really playing way above his level.
He had 17. Levi Betcher had 12 rebounds, and those two really logged a lot of minutes and played well, amongst other people. And, boy, we're seeing Tolliver really pick it up again here tonight. Here's Queen in and out on a three ball that would have pushed the lead to 15. It would have been Wittenberg's largest lead.
But, again, you've talked about it most of the night. I know offensively we've shot it well, but defense has been the real positive. It's kind of kept us strong. Got 7:25 to keep that going.
Wittenberg trying to get to 3-1 in conference play, just one game back of Worcester in the loss column. And
he was on the line.
Yeah, he stepped on the sideline. Aiden Oliver turns it over.
Now this is a possession. You look at it. We're up 12. But gosh, this is such a great possession. If you could grind out a play and work the ball, a couple extra passes, get that easy layup like we just did, that'll break a team's back. So really smart play right now. Basketball is a game of runs, and Oberlin is not done. They're going to get another run here. You know they will. And Wittenberg, as you said earlier, a good run by them right now. They could put it away.
30-second timeout here called by Wittenberg.
I want to thank all of our fans around the country. I know got a fan out in Washington State. R. Brown is listening to us. Want to say hello to all the fans out there and all around the country. Thank you for listening to us.
I saw where the other Washington, D.C. is getting about a foot of snow.
Wow.
We've got maybe our first real snowfall of the year coming later this week. So
that's what I hear.
Winter has come. You and I evacuated to warm climates, and now we're back, and we've brought winter with us.
Yours was a little warmer.
That's true.
Actually, in Phoenix, it got kind of cold, unusually cold, and a little rainy, but we got a few days of sun.
It was 81.
It was 68 here while we were back there in about
I left the Florida Keys, left at 81.
Oh, I'm
got
so mad.
here,
I'm
and
so
it was
mad
21.
Yeah.
And it's moments like that when you question your life's decisions.
They're way better than some of mine, although I loved the people I hung out with, but it didn't have that sunny exterior that Florida, I think, had.
Betcher misses on the deep three. Students aren't back on campus yet, starting the semester with remote learning here at Wittenberg. So you and I are back, but
Yep.
Athletes are here, of course, but remote learning to begin the semester. 6:41 to go in the game, and here's a three ball that's no good off the back of the iron. Actually hits twice off the cylinder.
Another offensive rebound for Oberlin.
Yeah,
They've gotten a bunch of those. Ooh, I thought he traveled.
Got away with one. Matt Croce can't believe it.
Yeah, I thought he walked.
We got a foul call.
Just had a running start. Felt like everybody in the place saw it, but the officials. Critical time in this game. Tigers lead by 12. Oberlin will go to the line and shoot 2. And this is where the game can go either way. And again, a game of runs, you got to stop Oberlin's run here. Probably got one left in them. Tigers have got to play solid basketball, especially defensively right now.
11-point game now, 63-52. Here comes the second free throw from Spiroglu. make it a 10-point game.
63-51 with 6:31. This is critical now for Wittenberg. They got to keep the lead. They've got to play smart.
Ridge Young, Levi Betcher, Daniel Asher, Bryce Hill, Josh Tolliver. That's the Wittenberg 5 after the subs. Tolliver puts it on the deck, gets into the lane, draws lots of contact, and a foul call on Darian Knowles. Knowles was doing everything he could to keep Tolliver in front, but definitely fouled him.
And that's Oberlin's 5th foul. So.
Yeah, it's the 3rd on Knowles. Wittenberg's been called for 7, so Oberlin is in the 1-and-1 already.
Be smart with the basketball. Got to move, got to cut, help the guy out.
6 minutes left in the game. Betcher with a shot clock at 1. No.
Ooh, a lot of
and Asher runs down the offensive rebound. It's out of bounds. It'll be Wittenberg ball. Tigers haven't had many offensive boards tonight, but that's a big one.
Great big rebound by him. A skirmish over there. 2 Oberlin guys next to Asher, but he got the win. The ball got knocked out on the side. Wittenberg now will get all their time, 18 seconds still. So work the ball, get the ball to the right guy, get it inside if you can, get a foul. There's a good back door.
Shot clock at 9. Betcher, he'll let it fly. No. That would have been huge. It would have pushed the lead back to 13.
Really would have been nice. I'd still like to see the ball get inside the lane, get some fouls, get an easy basket. Put your body on people. Layup.
Hanging in the air and finishing. Boy, Darian Knowles showing off some moves there.
Remember now, here's a run by them.
Foul? No, they didn't call a foul.
Oh, good play.
Boy,
look at that.
Tolliver got hit in midair, but manages to keep the play alive and gets it to Asher for a lay-in.
He got it blocked. He caught it as he was falling out of bounds and got it to Asher for the layup. Boy, they needed that. They needed to.
Yep. Well, if Oberlin has a run left in him, it's going to have to come right here, so that's a big bucket for the Tigers.
Big bucket. Everything now is big for Wittenberg. They can just keep scoring.
Off the dribble, no.
Look at that rebound.
Missing
Look how high
the jumper was Akumbo.
Wow.
Tolliver can get up there.
He is, I'll tell you, you've watched him enough. He has got to be one of the guys that when you start talking about first, second team all NCAC, he's got to be in that category.
He keeps putting up these numbers.
Tremendous year. I mean, and it's not a fluke. I mean, he can play.
4:37 left in the game. We're going to get a foul away from the ball against the Tigers.
Yep, Oberlin.
Oh.
It's against Oberlin.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like an illegal screen. Boy, Witt needed that.
Oh, no, he's out of bounds. Okay, out of bounds. Okay. Not a foul. Out of bounds. It'll be Wittenberg ball.
No turnovers. Just make sure you get a good shot.
Tigers content to use a little shot clock, too, although Bryce Hill will let it fly.
What a tough shot.
Yeah, I don't know if I like that. Was still 16 on the shot clock.
Yeah, that's not smart. And then give up a layup on the other end.
Yeah, reverse at the other end. Easy, too, for Wolf Mosier. And
why would you do that?
Matt Croce not happy as Isaiah Cavaco calls the full timeout and stops this game with 4:12 remaining.
Yeah, that right there can take you out of a game. A couple more of those, and you can lose a game like that. This is a time when coach is going to do some teaching because just can't have that.
Well, and again, you take your 3 seniors out of the mix, you become a very inexperienced team very quickly, and so end-of-game situations can be a bit dicey, can be concerning.
Yeah, I agree with you there. But Bryce Hill's a junior. He's got to know better than that. He's got to take over the leadership mantle, and that's a play that he's got to be better at.
If you are just joining us, Wittenberg leads by 8. They've led by double digits several times in this game. Josh Tolliver leads the way with 18 points for Wittenberg. Jeff Queen has 11. Levi Betcher has 11. Trey Killens has 9. Wolf Mosier 14 to lead Oberlin tonight. And then Radusinovich has 13.
Now, the amazing thing, Scott, remember back in the day when I coached at Dayton, believe it or not, the great Don Donaher, he would actually, in the last 4 minutes, he could almost tell you how many possessions were going to happen in the game. And that's, you start to get into this mode, and as a coach, you start to say to your players, if you'll do this, this, and this, and they would even say, if you get 4 more points, they can't beat you. There's a turnover.
Yeah, and that's the things you worry about right there.
Yep.
Turning
Easy
it over,
basket.
not even getting a shot when you have a lead. And
look at that.
Bucket and a foul. Levi Betcher is going to be the guilty party here. Radosinovic is headed to the line. A chance for an old-fashioned three-point play and a chance to cut this game down to 5.
Yeah, that's that run.
Jeff Queen's coming back in. That's 4 fouls on Betcher.
Checking for the Tigers, number 0, Jeff Queen. Dmitry Radosinovic at the line for the N1.
Got it.
Everything now gets critical. Only a 5-point game with 3:50 to go.
Well, here we go. Oberlin's right in it now.
Remember,
Tolliver.
we said it was 63-51, Scott, and we've only scored 2 points since that.
Yeah.
That was at the 6:31 mark. So you can see what has happened. We've gone cold, and they've started to score.
Georgi Tostovich is called for the foul, hold away from the ball. And a big bucket there.
Big
Josh
bucket.
Tolliver gets to 20 points on the night with that one.
He has really put this team on his back.
Needed
I'm
that
telling
one.
you. 20 points. Wow.
Needed it in a big way.
Big time. Now we got to have some D. Now to sit down, don't give up a layup. Stay down.
3:16 to go.
Three.
Long
Deep
three,
And
way
didn't
off
box
the
out.
mark.
Did not box out.
Yep. Radosinovic was able to run in there and get his own miss.
Rebound. Good rebound. Be smart with it.
Radosinovic got his own miss on a 3-ball, which, you know, back in the day, they used to tell you to follow your shot. They don't teach that anymore.
No, they don't.
Radosinovic did, though, and it paid off because he knew it was going to be off. He could tell he was going to miss it, so he just sprinted in and came up with the ball.
It's funny you would say that because we were taught that
Absolutely.
many years
follow
ago.
Your shot. Now they say don't follow your shot. Stay in your follow through and get back on defense.
Yeah. Well, they always say that with a penetrating guard. They always say, you know, if you penetrate and shoot a shot, you've got to sprint back or somebody's got to help you. Tigers give up, again, another turnover that hurts.
67-60. It is a 3-possession game.
Play smart D. Tigers playing their man-to-man. Got to make sure nobody gets in front of you. Wow, they called that was a fast call. Quick call. That's a 1-on-1.
Yep. That's team foul 9 on Wittenberg.
Barely did anything.
It's on Queen, his second.
Quick call.
Georgi Tostovich at the line for the 1-and-1.
Tostatovich will be the shooter here.
Oberlin shooting a 1-and-1. The next foul by the Tigers will be a 2-shot. 2 shots from the free throw line. Wittenberg, his next foul will be a 1-and-1?
Yes. 9 fouls on Wittenberg, 6 on Oberlin, 2:33 to play. Tostatovich with the free throw. Got it. So that'll make it a 2-possession game. The only Tiger in real foul trouble is Levi Betcher with 4. And for Oberlin, Tostatovich has 4.
Now the thing with Wittenberg is you still got to take shots. You can't get tight here just because you got a 5-point lead. You got to look for shots. Somebody's got to get their nose down and get in there and take it to them. Looks like Asher's going to do that. I like it. Look at that.
Tostovich has 9 now for Oberlin, but Daniel Asher with the big bucket there for Wittenberg.
Love that. Wow. The big man.
Asher, 6 points in this game, and those are his 2 biggest by far. 2 minutes left.
No doubt. Play some D now. You just got to get a stop. Boy, a stop here would be so huge for the Tigers. Stay down.
Up over Betcher, a miss from Radosinovic. Another miss in the corner, Radosinovic.
Now walk it up. Walk it up. Good.
Betcher the rebound, gets it to Queen, and so for Levi Betcher, that would be his third rebound. Remember, he had a dozen rebounds the other night at Mount St. Joe's. Hasn't made that kind of an impact today. Asher misses from the baseline. Still had 13 on the shot clock.
You got to let it rock down a little bit more. You can save some time if you'll just be smart with it.
1:20 to play.
If they get a rebound here on a miss, I think Crosey's going to call a timeout and talk to his players.
1:12 to go from the free throw line. No good.
Oh, gave up an offensive
rebound and a foul. Radosinovic keeps his team in it with a stick back. He's got a chance for a three-point play. The foul is on Queen. It'll be his second. Make it his third.
We've talked about rebounding the entire game and how it's hurt the Tigers. And there was a situation where, well, I'll tell you, just really hurt the Tigers. They're being out-rebounded right now, 31-25 in this game. A rarity against any Wittenberg team, but he made the free throw. It's now a 4-point game. Minute 8. And
4-point game, so it's 2 possessions, but if Oberlin gets a stop here, look out.
Oberlin is definitely going to put pressure on the perimeter, try to force a turnover. They're denying the ball everywhere.
55 seconds left.
Somebody's got to take a shot here.
Foul call.
1-on-1. That's big. Now you got to make free throws.
Number 4, Wolf Moser, his 4th, team 7th.
Boy, I really like the way Crosey has been able to get his guards in and out. Defense for offense, offense for defense, and now you just got to make free throws.
Foul was on Wolf Mosier, his 4th. Team foul 7. Betcher at the line, 1-and-1. 48.2 seconds left to play. Tigers trying to get to 3-1 in the conference.
Nice.
Gets the roll.
Oh.
It almost climbed back out.
It wanted to. We needed that. Great.
Still a 2-possession game regardless, but this would make it a 6-point game.
That's called the shooter's roll right there. It got just above the rim, hung in the net, and stayed there.
Trey Johnson tried to get in the game. They wouldn't let him. Now he'll get in on a make here. Yes. So Betcher gets them both. Johnson is in for defensive purposes, or replace Betcher.
Again, 2 threes can get Oberlin a tie right now. So Wittenberg has got to be very aware of switching screens, making sure that they get help, good help inside there. Almost had a 3-second count.
30 seconds left in this game, and getting to the bucket and scoring was Kostovic, who kind of got turned to the side and was able to still lay it in.
They were setting a lot of screens there, just body on body, about 2 or 3 in a row, and that's how he got open for an easy one. Look for Oberlin after this timeout to come out with some full court pressure. I think you're going to see them maybe go man-to-man full, or maybe a 1-2-1-1 full court press, because they're going to try to, get a strip, get some kind of a steal. It's a 2-possession game right now. A steal, a 3, and a steal and a 2, and Oberlin can come back. Wittenberg needs to just be smart, get the ball in the hands of your outstanding dribblers, and you're going to get fouled. Get to the line and make free throws.
Boy, those 2 big free throws from Betcher loom even larger
Huge.
now, because it keeps it at a 2-score game even after the Oberlin bucket.
And again, keeping Oberlin off the offensive glass, it's been a tough thing all night. They've out-rebounded Wittenberg 31-25. They've had 14 offensive rebounds to Wittenberg's 5. Wittenberg has done a great job with bench points, so they've gotten 30-13 on bench points. Second chance points. Think about this, though, Scott. 17 for Oberlin on the glass, 5 for Wittenberg. Here's that press we talked about. Looks like they're going to double.
Betcher
down.
Fouled.
Oh, had Asher wide open if they could have gotten it to him. Yeah, to dunk.
So Betcher will be back at the line for another 1-and-1.
But you got Betcher, and he's made 2 already. It's got to feel good.
Number 44, Georgie Otastavich.
Trey Johnson's going to be back in for the shooter, which will be Betcher.
Number 0, Jeff Queen.
Ridge Young is out. Queen is in. So 24.9 to go, 4-point game. Betcher just made 2 of them on 1-and-1 a moment ago, and he'll knock the first one down here. Big free throws from Levi Betcher on a night where Wittenberg is now 13 of 17 from the charity stripe.
Levi Betcher, the hill climber from Urbana, stepping up and making free throws. That's 3 for 3. Needs this one. Got
Senior, Levi Betcher. Betcher and Goff would be the only 2 seniors suiting up right now. No, Ridge Young is the other one. So that'll make it a 6-point game. A little pressure here from Wittenberg just to try and force Oberlin to work to get the ball up the court, use some clock, 20 seconds to go.
Yeah, can't
don't
give
want
a
to foul,
layup.
but you don't want
Why?
to give up anything too easy, and Oberlin does get an easy one. 17 seconds left. Spiro Glue with the bucket. Oberlin with the timeout, so the Tigers again will have to get it in and take care of the ball. Can't turn it over. It is still a 2-score ball game. Oberlin with a loss would fall to 4-7. They would be 2-4 in conference play. Their biggest win by far was an 87-85 upset win at Wabash.
Yeah, how big was that? Especially when Wittenberg went over there and got blistered, didn't
they? Yeah.
So this would really look good for Wittenberg. It would really set them up nicely to then go to 3-1 in the league. How big would that be?
Yeah,
to start
they made 13 threes that day, did Oberlin, to beat Wabash. Kellen Schreiber had 22 points for the Little Giants. Tyler Watson had 18. Jack Davidson had 17. But Oberlin had 5 players in double figures.
Wow.
Got the win.
Well, you get a feeling. Now, they didn't shoot it well tonight. They're only shooting 39%. Wittenberg shooting 55%. But Wittenberg
give Wittenberg some credit for their defensive effort on that.
No doubt. And I have to say, Wittenberg did cool off a little bit from the 3 line. They were 4 of 6, and now they're 5 of 14. So that in itself, they're 1 of 8 in the second half. Just handle the ball. You know you're going to get trapped.
They do get it in. Here's Young. Back to Queen under the basket. A little bit of a dangerous pass, but a foul call. Von Recklinghausen, the guy called for the foul.
Oberlin foul number 13, Marcus von Recklinghausen, his second. Team 9.
Tigers again will go to the line to shoot free throws. They're 14 of 18 for 77.8%.
And it's still just a 1-and-1. That's only team foul 9 on Oberlin. So here's Queen for the 1-and-1.
4-point lead with 14:5 to go. Got it.
Boy, that's big.
That's a big basket there. Tigers still don't want to give up an easy layup. It was just, I think the last time Oberlin came the length of the floor, maybe knocked off 3 seconds and scored. Wittenberg's got to at least make them work for an outside shot. No layups. Big free throws there. Just do not let a guy dribble in for a layup. Stay back, help a little bit.
Boom.
Big 3.
Wow, how about that 3? Makes it a 3-point game.
Tigers got to get it in.
Yeah, Spiro Glue hit it. 7 seconds left. Gets it to Betcher. Betcher will just hold on to it and get fouled with 5 to go.
5 seconds.
It's actually a smart play by Betcher just to hold on to the ball there. Now it's 2 shots. That's 10 fouls on Oberlin. So Betcher just needs to make one of these.
Betcher, again, we talked about it. He's made 4 straight here down the stretch. And again, he'll get 2 here. A shot here could really take a lot of pressure off of Wittenberg. Just a basket, one of these free throws out of 2. Nice.
That should
usually
be enough for the Tigers.
Yeah, it usually takes 4 seconds to go the length of the court. We used to practice that in the old days at Springfield South and Springfield North. Usually a team can take it 4 seconds and finish at the other end, but of course they need 2 possessions to get the win. But big free throw there by Betcher.
So Wittenberg will call the timeout here. They're going to set up their defense with this timeout just to make sure they don't commit a foul, but also they want to make Oberlin at least work to get the ball up.
Matt Croce real close to getting a big win here without 3 of their seniors. How big of a win is this at home against a team that beat Wabash, a team that you lost to badly over there? I mean, this is a huge win for them.
Tigers would be 5-6 overall, but most importantly,
nice. Guard the ball.
3-1 in the league.
Put a little pressure on him. Good.
And the 3 ball is good from
0.6.
Knowles. That'll make it a 2-point game with 0.6 of a second left.
Oh, my gosh. Are you serious?
Foul call?
Called a foul. Oh, my goodness. That was close. I thought it was going to get knocked out on Wittenberg, and they would get a chance to throw it in.
Well, Oberlin, I thought they got a turnover there. Now they still only would have had about 0.3 of a second.
I don't think you can score on that, according to Hoyle. I don't think you can throw it in and catch it in 0.3 to win, but now here's the point you got to make. If you can catch it, like if something would happen here, worst case scenario, let's make this first.
Nope.
Oh my. So worst case scenario, you talk about it, Scott.
Again, 0.3 of a second, so this would have to be a tip. So they'd have to throw it the length of the floor and tip it into tie, and that's if Martin misses here.
Right.
Tigers have been led tonight by 20 points from Josh Tolliver.
Missed it.
Missed them both, but he got it back, and that'll do it. Wow. Well,
big win. We'll take it.
Wittenberg does survive and win it.
Yep.
77-75. Tolliver with 20 points. Levi Betcher 15. Jeff Queen 13. 5 players in double figures for Oberlin, but Wittenberg gets it done. They go to, as we said, make it 3-1 in conference play. 5-6 overall. Oberlin falls to 4-7. They'll be 2-4 against the league. For the coach, Jim Scobie, Scott Leo saying thanks so much for joining us here tonight. We're back Wednesday as the Tigers host Allegheny at 5 p.m.